The champagne flowed freely. Diamond necklaces glittered under the harsh lights. The room pulsed with the energy of Hollywood's elite. Janelle, the newest starlet, felt a thrill course through her. She had arrived. A hand touched her arm. It was him, her idol. He smiled, beckoning her towards a private room. The door clicked shut behind them. Janelle felt a chill, a prickle of unease. The smile on his face was gone, replaced by a chilling emptiness. He offered her a glass of champagne. She hesitated, a strange metallic scent wafting from the bubbly liquid. He laughed, a harsh, grating sound. "Don't worry, darling," he purred, his voice a guttural rasp. "It's just a little something special." Suddenly, the wall seemed to melt away. Janelle gasped, horror gripping her throat. Behind the facade of the luxurious room, a scene of unspeakable horror unfolded. A group of figures huddled around a crib, their faces contorted in grotesque ecstasy. Janelle saw it then, the small, lifeless baby in the crib, and the crimson stain blooming on their lips. The elites stay young by sacrificing babies and consuming their blood. Janelle stumbled back, bile rising in her throat. She had to get out, had to escape. The figures turned, their eyes glowing with an unholy light. She didn't hesitate, she ran. The night air was a slap in the face. Janelle ran until her lungs burned and her legs screamed for mercy. She had to tell someone, anyone. But who would believe her? Who would believe that beneath the glamour and fame lurked something monstrous? The police dismissed her story as the ramblings of a delusional starlet. The press had a field day, painting her as a desperate attention seeker. Janelle was alone, her words twisted, her sanity questioned. But she knew what she had seen, and she knew she had to keep fighting. Janelle's story sent ripples through the world. At first it was just whispers, hushed conversations in dark corners. Then other stars, emboldened by Janelle's courage, started to speak up. They too had seen things they couldn't explain, things that chilled them to the bone. But their bravery was met with swift and brutal consequences. One by one they started to disappear, vanished without a trace. Or they disappeared only to reappear looking very different, but apparently were the same person that went missing, just with a different attitude and mannerisms when they returned. Others met with untimely and suspicious deaths. Accidents, they called it, suicides. But the fear in their eyes told a different story. Though the public, initially dismissive, began to question. The disappearances were too frequent, the deaths too convenient, the sudden returns after months away, and the changes in appearance a little too different. Social media exploded with theories and speculation. Hashtags like #they know too much and #demons among us trended worldwide. A sense of unease settled over the world. The rich and powerful, those who had always seemed untouchable, were now viewed with suspicion. Their every move was scrutinized, their every word dissected. The facade was crumbling, and the truth, however monstrous, was clawing its way to the surface. Section 5. Unmasking evil. The pressure became too much to bear. The veil finally shattered. One by one, the masks came off, revealing the grotesque truth beneath. They were not human, not anymore. They were something else, something ancient and evil. They confessed their existence, their hunger, their insidious plan. They had infiltrated the highest echelons of power, feeding on the innocent, maintaining their charade by consuming the life force of newborn babies. They had planned to rule, to enslave humanity. Section 6. The final showdown. The world watched in horror as the battle lines were drawn. On one side, the monstrous creatures, their eyes burning with malevolent intent. On the other, the remnants of humanity, armed with whatever they could find, united by fear and desperation. It was a battle unlike any other, a clash between good and evil, light and darkness. The earth trembled under the weight of their conflict. Cities crumbled. The sky rained fire. The very fabric of reality seemed to unravel. Section 7. A new dawn, and then silence. The dust settled, revealing a world scarred and broken. The demons were gone, but so were countless human lives. Among the wreckage, a single figure stood. God, his eyes filled with sorrow, surveyed the devastation. He gathered the souls of the righteous, those who had fought bravely and died with honor. He lifted them gently, cradling them in his hands. "Come, my children," his voice boomed, echoing through the emptiness. "It is time to rest." Section 8. Reflections on good and evil. The world was silent, empty. The battle was over. Good had triumphed, but at a terrible cost. It was a stark reminder of the fragility of existence. the ever-present battle between the light and the darkness that raged within and around us. Was this the price of peace? The ultimate sacrifice required to cleanse the world of evil? Or was it a tragic testament to the destructive nature of both, a cycle of violence and redemption destined to repeat itself? Section 9. The cycle begins anew. With a sigh, God closed his eyes. And then, with a whisper, he spoke. The words echoed through the void, imbued with the power of creation. Light bloomed, spreading outwards, pushing back the darkness. A new world began to form, pristine and pure, out with the old and in with the new. Hope. It was a fragile thing, a flickering candle in the vast darkness. But it was there, the cycle had begun anew. A chance for humanity to start over. To choose love over hate, good over evil. But would they? Only time would tell. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a good week. Until next time.